Welcome to the second installment of the Athlete Spotlight. Today we're joined by Cal Baptist infielder CJ Masciel. How's it going, CJ?
How you doing, Noel? Good to have it.
Good, man. Good. So, how's your winter going there? Coming back to campus and kind of getting ready for season in less than a month.
Yeah, everything's going good. We're just starting practice, like speeding everything up, little like live ABs and everything, but it's going good.
That's good, man. So, this is your senior season at Cal Baptist. 4 years spent there. How have those 4 years been? Tell me about them.
Well, you come in freshman year and you're bright-eyed little freshman, and then as you're growing up, you start to slow things down, figure things out, and then you get to the point that I'm at, and you're just telling everybody else, this is what you got to do. This is how you slow this down. You're good enough to do this. You're just got to relax. And now I'm
Yeah,
at the
man.
point where I can relax.
Yeah, you kind of changed into that role from coming in as a freshman. You're really new to how college works, how college athletics works. But now as a senior, you kind of are able to be that mentor for those guys that are coming in and doing the same exact thing you did. So
Exactly.
what big differences do you see like at Cal Baptist itself specifically between when you came in as a freshman till you being one of the team leaders now as a senior?
Well, the biggest thing I'd say is probably like the playoffs. Like we weren't eligible for it when I first got here, and this will be the first year that we're eligible for it. So it's more of like a build up for a long term season, where before it was kind of that end of the year is our season. So we're
Yeah.
done then, and we have that final like, okay, we're done at this time. So we ramp it up all the way to there.
So yeah, you guys have had a really, really good and surprising come up into being D1 because I think you joined Cal Baptist in his second year as a Division One
Yes.
school. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's perfect time, and you as a senior, one of the team leaders coming in, and just being able to actually play for something in the playoffs and have a chance to get to Omaha that's something pretty special. But
Yeah.
you guys have a lot to live up to, especially with how good you guys have been in the last 4 years.
Yep.
So let's talk about you, man. We know back in high school I played with you, flashy infielder, but flashy but good infielder. Did that transfer over to Cal Baptist in a good way?
Yes. You kind of figure it out. You work on the stuff that you need to make, and you
Yeah.
have that flashy on the side. So it's more for me. It was more tuning up the efficiency than working on the flashy stuff because I know I can make those plays. So it was just that routine, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, and that was probably the biggest thing for me.
So your first outing as a college player, you were facing Houston Baptist, am I right?
Yes.
So I have here that you had 4 runs off of 2 hits with a triple on the stolen base in your debut. That's something pretty special and pretty memorable that I feel like you'll remember your whole life.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I remember, going out for the field for the first time, like first star. You're a little wiry and little freshman, scrawny kid, and I remember one of the seniors who I'd talked to all fall, who had helped me through all my struggle. He was just like, you know what, man, like you earned this. Like we're behind you. And I knew he wasn't talking about like the coaches, and he was talking about like the guys who saw me struggle. They were behind me, and that was
Yeah.
like kind of the calming moment for me.
It's always good to have people to look up to, not just your coaches. The coaches are great, but players itself that you could relate to probably a little bit more than coaches that are
Exactly.
kind of the team leaders, but also take time to, talk to the freshman that has no clue what he's doing. And now
Mm-hmm.
you're one of those guys. But
Yep.
like,
And
tell me about how. Sorry, go ahead.
oh no, I was gonna say one more thing about it. The
Yeah.
first play that of the game was actually a flashy like backhand pick and throw, and that was like for sure the moment where I was like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah, it kind of gives you some reassurance, like I'm good enough to play at this level. I'm good enough to succeed,
Yeah.
which we've seen you do.
Hmm.
But like, what was going through your head right after that game? I couldn't imagine like your rush of emotion having that such a good game as your first game. What was like the first thing you did?
Well, I gave my dad a big hug because he's the one that's always bringing me to all the people I went to when I was younger. He hits me ground balls, feeds me when I'm hitting. So it was him. Like I just gave him a big old hug, and my mom, my brothers, I think my cousins were there. I had like a bunch of family there just because it was the first start,
Yeah,
and just to be able to show up when I had all those people there was really special.
and especially being 45 minutes from Anaheim, where you
Hmm.
grew up, it's a really good opportunity for your friends and family to come watch you play, come and kind of support you out there, which a lot of players don't have in college.
Yeah, that's very true. I'm very lucky to be able to do that.
Yeah, they're a good support for you guys. So talking about your family, growing up with two older other brothers, how was that? Like, did
Yeah,
you look up to them or
you look up to them, but it's a lot of like bullying, like
yeah,
toughen you up. Just
brother stuff?
yeah. So that and football probably helped me to get a little beefier and kind of fight back against some things. So it kind of helps me with like struggles and stuff. I feel
Hmm.
like at least.
And we know your brother's passion for fishing. I've been on you guys' boat down in San Diego a couple
Oh
times
yeah.
already. How do you like? Where's your favorite place to fish? Was it San Diego? Is it off of Orange County,
Um, I probably had the most fun around Catalina. Just
Catalina?
like being like the water so clear and
Yeah,
you know the, it's just like we always do well when we go down there, so it kind of makes it better. And like my brothers and dad make it very fun on the boat. So
yeah. When I was back in Orange County over in November, December, I went lobster diving in Catalina actually, and
oh
that
wow.
was a pretty cool experience. So I definitely see what you say about the clear waters.
Oh yeah. I want to try
Mhm.
lobster diving one time actually.
We'll have to go out, man.
Yeah.
So, what's your best memory playing baseball? Is it that first game? Is it something else?
Um, it's probably between that first game, my first home run, and probably winning the conference. Just because when we
Okay.
won the conference, it was on the last day of the season, and it was like again that whole build up to the last day, and that's our like season.
Mm.
And it was just being able to go out there. We won the thing in the last day. It was fun, but my first home run was in Arizona in front of like my whole mom's side of the family because they all live out there, and so that was a cool experience too. And it was like the first run of the game before we like blew the score open, so it was really cool.
That's something pretty special right there.
Yeah.
So, you've played at being a Division One college. You've traveled to a lot of places. You've played at a lot of places in your whole life. What's your favorite place that you've ever played at?
Mm, okay, I got a side question. Is this like summer ball or just
Anywhere,
season? Okay, because honestly, I loved playing in slow for summer.
really?
Yeah,
What
it's
made it
the
so
like
special?
the environment and like the whole town coming around the game, and like we had close to like 3,000 people some nights, and like
Wow.
firework nights after. It was just cool, like all the little kids coming up to you, like wanting autographs and stuff, and it's just like something you're not used to.
Yeah,
And it was really cool to be a part of it.
summer ball. I feel like definitely gets a lot of more fans from the town you guys are in.
Yeah.
Like I was up in Alaska this past summer, and they put us on a float for Fourth of July, and definitely wasn't the summer that I was expecting when I was told I was going to Alaska. I feel like Slow has that sort of same small town vibe,
Hmm.
but
Very
that's
much.
good that you guys. I know it's a really good conference too. You guys travel all the way up and down the coast of California,
Yeah.
playing some really good teams, good players from prestigious schools. But yeah, that I heard you did pretty good this summer.
Yes, I had a lot of fun. It was pretty easy to compete out there because all the guys wanted to play good and play well, and we just we kind of came together,
Hmm.
but it was fun.
So, what are you most looking forward to for potentially your last season at Cal Baptist this year?
You know, it's been a long build up the 4 years that I've been here, and the one thing I've looked forward to since I've signed is to be able to make the playoffs and make a push in the playoffs.
Right.
And I feel like we're good enough to make a push. So it's just a matter of getting there, pretty much.
Hmm. Definitely. I feel like now that you guys are able to kind of make the playoffs, it's kind of broken free of that restriction of you guys just thinking end of the season's at X date, but now it can be all the way to Omaha.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We've talked about how much you love fishing. Are there any other hobbies that you kind of like to do that you've grown up doing or that you do now at Cal Baptist when you're not playing baseball?
Uh, I fishing's probably the most, but I'm a big watcher of football. Every
Okay.
Sunday, every Thursday, every Monday, I love watching football.
What's your favorite team?
Chargers.
Chargers. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that
It's
was a
because of
tough
Mike
loss.
Will. Mike
Okay.
Will.
That was a tough loss a week or two ago.
I know.
But
I know.
yeah, man. So, what are five things you can live without or you can't live without and why? And
Number
if you have
one.
them near you, you can pull them up and show everyone watching.
Number one is my dogs. Don't
Okay.
have them with me, but I wish I did. Number two, I would say is my earphones or AirPods. Right there. And then number three, coffee. I'm a big coffee drinker. Uh, Number four, I would say is food. Actually, show you a little tater tot real quick.
Hey, look at
And
that.
then for number five, I said watching football because it's
Football.
just
Okay.
I just have to.
Yeah. Who do you want? Who do you think will win the Super Bowl, and who do you want to win the Super Bowl from the last four teams remaining?
I think the 49ers will, but I want the Eagles to.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm kind of rooting for the 49ers just because of Brock Purdy right now.
Exactly. A good
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, of course. You always love good stories.
Hmm.
But I think that concludes our time here. But thank you so much for joining us on the Athlete Spotlight from Beach to Beyond, CJ. And
Thank you.
I wish you all the best of luck for this upcoming season and for your senior year. And we'll be keeping track all along and following your story.
Thanks for having me, Noel.